Stop fading your music out at the end of your videos. It could be a 30-second ad, it could be a longer promo on the web, you're watching it, and as you get to the end, the music just sort of fades out. Sometimes you have no choice due to a client or other factors involved, but if you have the opportunity to take the end of the music track that you're using and cut that in to the end of your video, it'll make them that much more impactful. I'm Nick Sanders, this is Video Deconstructed. Every music track is different, every edit's going to be different, but let's take a look at one example of how to make this work. Let's say this is a 30-second ad, and I've put timecode up real big because if you are working on a 30-second ad, every frame counts. The client and the creative director will dissect all 900 frames, assuming you are at 29.97 for a broadcast spot in the US. Usually there will be a logo or some kind of CTA, a call to action, at the end in the last 3 to 5 seconds. That is where you're going to have your final musical note or hit or musical flourish. So the idea is we have a 30-second spot here, and as we're playing through the end, this is our logo right here, and right when we get to 29:29, that's going to be our final frame, and then we're done. We want the music to be over, but we want that final musical hit, and I put a marker right there. It's right where we kind of have the brightest spot, right where the logo starts to get revealed. That's going to be our hit. So if I back up and play the music and we listen along, so it's right around the 4th beat. Right now, we're starting at the very beginning of the song. And what I'm going to do is make a cut. Here's our downbeat. I'll put a marker there. But if I move that up here, notice we have this opening. So let's see what we can do to make this work though. I'm going to go to the very end of the song. If you're using production music, pretty much every track is going to have some kind of a final ending. So I can zoom in on this, find that hit, and I'll make a cut there. I'm going to move this ending where we want it. We'll trim the rest of the song off, zoom back in here. And so we've got this hit now lining up right where that marker is, right where our logo is being revealed. So using this as an example of a 30-second spot, we're having the logo reveal hit happen at 26 seconds and 7 frames. Usually the last 3 to 5 seconds is where the logo or the call to action, the CTA, is going to happen. So now I can trim the ending here, and let's just listen to this through. If I go back to the beginning, this is the beginning of our spot. Imagine the voiceover comes in. So our music isn't starting until 1.5 seconds in. One way you can fill that gap, I can take this ending, I'm going to option click and drag on it, and then let go, or alt click if you're on a PC. Then you can right click, go to speed, duration. We're going to reverse this, and then we'll just trim it, slide this over, zoom in, and we're basically going to line this up. So it's happening, it's going to line up right with the beginning of the song. Zoom in a little bit more, and then we can add our fade up. And now we filled that gap with part of the same song, just reversing the ending. And if you don't want quite so much of a zip at the end, you can get your slip tool, and if I click and drag here, that'll give us maybe a little better, smoother ending. up our end and fade it out. This trick works great in this particular example with this music track that happens to be at this tempo so that I can fill in the beginning of this 30-second spot before the actual song begins. Oh, check that out. My music came in right where I wanted it to. Thanks for checking out this quick music tip here at Video Deconstructed. I'm Nick Sanders. Please subscribe. Here comes the end of the music track.